Okay, well, welcome to this episode of Shed by the Tracks. I think in this one we fiddle around with the gear linkage. And what's the other thing? Give me a minute. I knew it, just before I turned the camera on. I don't know. There's something else we do. We fill up 50 minutes somehow. I don't know how. Anyways, enjoy the show. And, get yourself some popcorn and something out of the fridge to drink. And tell your wife that, could you just be quiet for 50 minutes? That'd be awesome. Okay. See you at the end of the show. Hello. Well, today we are going to finally tackle the shifter linkage. You got to hold it in second, and you got to hold it in reverse because it wants to fall out. I've got a bushing kit, and we're going to try to get that put in and adjust the linkage, and it'll just be like new, just like 1949 again. Here, I'll show you what I got. I got first off, I've got the radio on. There we go. Car. Jiminy Christmas. Another, what do they call them? Brodozer. This is the kit. Linkage repair. And I think that's all of it. And it does come with instructions. So, we'll throw those away. Actually, it's got some pretty good hang on. It actually comes with some pretty good instructions, so I think even a dummy like me, if you hold it this way, then it makes a lot more sense. Yeah, there we go. Alright, well, sounds like a bunch of stuff in there. Let's see what we can do. Okay, just so you know, I don't know if you can see it. Oh yeah, you can see. Here's the offending bits and pieces down here. You can see that this is just flopping all over the place. This seems solid right here. This going into here, but man. And of course I had it running, so this is 10,000 degrees. So that was smart. Anyways, we'll see what we can do. Whoa. Okay, I see I'm about out of battery power. But we're going to try to lay these things out here. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing or not. It does have it has everything labeled in the box, so, how hard can it be? It's an old car, and, everything just goes completely smoothly when you're dealing with an old car. So there's that, and there's that. These have little stickers on them. That is either a E or a B. That's an A. This is a C. That's all of them. And these don't have I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Let's start. I'm going to start at the easiest one to get to, which would be, turn it right side up again, Grandpa. Be this one right here. Right there. We're going to start there. Okay. Alright, I don't have a cameraman today, so this is going to be kind of hit and miss. Anyway, I got the pin out of that one, and I think I'm going to do this one down here before I do this one up here. So, yeah. We'll just let that hang down there like that. And, yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, we got to go look at the instructions for that one. Okay, well, we got the offending part out of there. The only issue is, with this kit, you don't get a bushing for this, and it's pretty loosey-goosey. So I'm going to clean this all up. I do have bushing for this, and we'll see if we can come up with something, either, I don't know, some kind of farmer fix. We'll fix it somehow. So let me get that cleaned up. Okay, stop waving around here. We got this cleaned up pretty good. And this is where the problem area is, right here. I don't have a bushing for that. So, I think what I'm going to do is take some thin brass and put some shims in there around it, and we're going to call it good. I mean, this doesn't spin on here 1,000 miles an hour, and there's a grease zert right there, so I think we'll be alright. We'll run down and grab some shim stock. Okay, hold still. I've got this rubber bushing in there. We got it all cleaned up. We got grease can go through there. I made a shim for this, so it's pretty tight. These insulator things go on here. I'm not sure exactly. That might have something to do with, I don't know, reverse switch or something. But that's what the instructions say, so that's where they're going. Now I'm going to put this part back in the car, and then we'll proceed from there. Alright, we got it all put back together there. I had an extra spring left, but I don't think that was original equipment. I think it was making up for something that wasn't quite kosher. We're going to go out and drive the thing, and we'll see what falls off and if I actually fixed anything, which would be a miracle. Alright. Much better. But I still got to get underneath there and do the bushings down by the transmission. I see my speedometer is bouncing all over the place. Need to get some lube in there. pretty happy with it. God, there's a shit ton of people out here. You gonna let me go? Alright. We're not lined up here at all. And we wait. Must be 3 o'clock or something. All these doofuses need to go home. There. We're lined up. And there's neutral. Alright, well. Okay, well, probably can't see me very good. That's usually a blessing. We're going to be working on the hood here. It's not latching down like it's supposed to. Something's out of whack. I know some of the little things that the hood latches into, they're all flippy floppy, and we're going to try to fix that. And yeah, we'll see what happens. It's pain in the ass right now, because you get one side up like that and then the other side pops out. So we've got to fix that. It's just not a good situation. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let me get some tools and we'll just tear into it like we knew what we were doing. Okay. Okay. Well, this is the prime suspect. It just appears to be out of whack. There's hardly any gap here, and there's a whole bunch of gap there, and this one just refuses to lock into this spot up here. This one down here does fine. I don't know what's going on here, but something is bent, farmered, something. Oh, and here's my farmered cable. Isn't that nice? Okay, well, I have smaller cable, but I don't think that's what we're doing today. What we're doing today is trying to get this straightened out. I don't know. I just don't know. I'll be back. Okay, here's an update. Got this side working, but my cousin Mike showed up. We got to talking, and I forgot to film any of it. So now we'll go over to this side, and we'll put some new bolts in one of the hinges over here because it's just flopping all around. And then I think we've got it to where it's going to work correctly. Man, this thing's really been fighting me. So let's see what we can do. Here, I'm going to take you in there and show you what I'm talking about. These things here, you know about these. Let's hold the hood down. Anyway, this is not good. This one here, it's not good either. So, we need to do something about that. So let me get it out of there and I will do something about it. Okay, let me see if I can show you here. I don't know if you can see. That's not good. Moves all over, so this side seems to be all right. Let's see what we can do with this side here. Okay, well, I got it out of there. Motorcycle. This side's pretty tight, so we're not going to worry too much about that. This side, we'll put a shouldered bolt in there and an aircraft nut, and that'll keep that together. Alright, that's not the perfect fix, but it's tight and it works and it doesn't flop all over the place. Normally I'd take this apart and clean it, but it's not that kind of day today. So yeah, we're just going to put it back in and see if it works. Looks like I need to do something along here. It looks all bent out of whack. See if I can do something with that. Alright, now it's important to put some anti-seize on these bolts, otherwise known around here, motor oil. Yeah, we're not buying anti-seize. Nope. Alright, let's back up here, see what we end up with. Any battery left? Oh, damn little. Okay, let's try. All right. That seems to be working. There's always something. There we go. That's better than nothing. That's better than a kick in the nuts, I guess. At least it's staying together. Probably needs some more adjustments, but you know, I'm wore out. What we got going on here? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm wore out. I think I'm about done battling with that hood for now. Man, what a complicated thing for such a simple task. But you know, if the fenders aren't on right, or the hood is tweaked a little bit, or you know, the latches aren't quite where they should be, man, it's just chaos. But I think I've got it awful close. Good enough. Yeah, we're gonna say good enough. Okay, well, thanks for coming along on that nightmare. Oh, here come the cops. Yeah, my ride's coming. All right, let's move on to some other kind of circus. Okay, well, we've got some big news here. Yep, we got something added to the merch store, and I think you're gonna like it. Here we go. It's a new cup. Let's get that right up there where you can see it. Yeah, pretty nice, huh? Pretty professional. That's because I didn't do it. Here's the other side. Right there. Can you read that? Yeah. Yeah. Shed by the Tracks, world headquarters of tomfoolery. Well, that's the truth, ain't it? Yeah. You're not going to learn anything here but tomfoolery. So, you know, whip out your billfold and let the moths fly out of it, and get yourself one of these. You know, it's a practical item. It really is. I mean, that's the way I would justify it. And you know, one of them's probably going to get broke, so I'd get two just in case. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, and yeah, go get you a cup. You need one bad. You know, all the cool kids have it. Alright, well, today we are going to screw around with the paint on this thing a little bit. And when I say paint, I mean blue chalk, because that's what it is now. I bought some of this polishing compound. We'll see if that brings it around a little bit. Hoping so. I kind of fiddled around with it right in this area, and I think it'll make a difference. I mean, the paint on this is bad. I don't know what it looks like, you know, to you guys, but I know when I'm editing the videos, it looks a lot better than it is. But, you know, what are you going to do? It is what it is. So we're going to back this out and see what we can do. My friend Jim's coming over. Yeah. Probably tell me a few jokes from the 50s that, you know, you can't say anymore. But, you know, he enjoys it. Yeah, that's it. Pause for effect. All right, let's get the car out. think we're done for today. Not looking too shabby for the shape it's in. Yeah, pretty happy with that. I got some to do back here yet, but you know what? I'm tired. This is just like work doing this polishing crap. Not a big fan of work. I think it's overrated. Alright, well, that sounds nice. Where can I get a muffler like that? Alright, I'm going in the house and eating a burrito and having a great pop. Hope you're jealous. I just thought I'd put this out there that this eyebrow piece, as I call it an eyebrow, goes over the top. In real life, it's in bad shape. If any of you guys run across one of those, or you know, you're out digging in the flower bed and find one or something, I'd be real interested in getting that. And this grill is in two pieces. Some of them I think just had teeth and you could replace the teeth. This one's split down the middle and you got half and you got half. It'd be nice if I had a little nicer grill too. But, you know, everything costs money, so it'll kind of depend on what I can get it for. But my main concern right now is this piece here, because it is in bad shape. So, like I say, if you find one, let me know. Give me an email, put it in the comments, something. You know, carrier pigeon, anything. All right, thanks. Alright, well, is that better? That's good enough. Went to a swap meet and didn't find a whole lot of stuff, but it was the first one of the year, so you know, that was good. I'll show you what I did get. I got this by Murray Products, and what it is, I can get it out of there. Hang on. What it is a battery hold down, because I don't have one. Now here's the first and most important question: is it the right size? Because I just guessed. I just picked it up, seen it was one of these long ones, and bought it. $2, so not out much if it don't fit. We'll find out. Here's my other item. A bumper jack. Yeah. Not the official one that comes with the car, but we had one of these when I was a kid, and I kind of liked it. So, you know, you just crank this around, and she comes up. Now, it needs cleaned up, tightened up, greased, oiled, blah, 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 all that. So, we're going to do that and see if it jacks the car up. And we're going to see if this fits. Yeah. I don't have the what do you want to call them? The rods that go down to the plate the battery sets on, but you know, we'll come up with something. You know, we'll come up with something that we, you know, build out of 2x4s and Swiss cheese. Yeah. All right. All right, well, oh heavens. I think that's going to work out okay. Yeah. Yeah, it raises it up to where I can get that tire off. Yes, wonderful. Well worth $5. Now I can get rid of this big heavy son of a bitch. Oh. Okay, well, let's take, whoa, better hold it out there. Let's take this battery hold down over here. Remember, we got $2 invested in this, so it's pretty critical. Looks like, yeah, length is good. And from what I can tell, yeah, it does fit. Well, there's $2 well spent. Now I gotta make some hold down rods. All right, awesome. Now remember, that's the special place I put that, you know, until I get some rod material to make these. So, you know, when I'm in here, walking by it, and just vomiting swear words, somebody send me an email and say, hey, it's hanging on that old fender brace, okay? All right, well, thanks for watching the show. It was good to see you all. I always appreciate how much you guys are devoted to coming here every couple of weeks and watching my nonsense. Don't forget, there's a place you can donate to the channel, and that'll buy me more Buick parts. And let's see, what else? What's that other link? There's another link. What's it for? Come on, Grandpa. Oh, yeah, merchandise. Yeah, man, I am losing it quickly. Okay, yeah, merchandise link down in the description, down there, you know, and a link for giving me money. That's handy, isn't it? Yeah, and it's easy to do. So, you know, if you want to see me buy more stuff for the Buick, go ahead and throw me some money, and, you know, I'll claim that I spent it on Buick parts and lie right to your face. Okay, come back next time. Thanks so much. You guys are the best. Thanks to everybody that's helped me out over the years. Talk to you next time. Bye. See you next time.